David, if we could just kick off a bit like we've been saying before. We're in central London today. What brings you into town?
It's the launch of SpottoCash. It's a game very much similar to Spot the Ball, which I used to play a lot as a kid. But yeah, it's bringing Spot the Ball to the new digital generation. It's just something that appealed to me, and I think it's a great idea.
And it's a bit different to the regular Spot the Ball, is it?
A little bit different, yeah. You know, where you actually go on the website and you actually put your little mark in, and then I decide where the ball is.
Right.
With a couple of judges.
So I mean, you seem to know where the ball is. Can we just we'll come back to sort of more recent Arsenal matters, but looking ahead to this weekend, I understand you'll be off to Wembley to see Arsenal.
Yeah.
How do you see that going?
Going into it is, on paper, it's difficult, especially after what's happened at the weekend, where we've lost Koscielny, might have lost Gabriel. That's not going to help. You know, we needed a full strength team to take on Chelsea, and now we haven't got it. But you know, we'll make changes, and it all depends on what happens on the day. You know, cup finals are fantastic days. I used to love them. You know, and you know, I've had the pleasure of winning 4. I've lost 1 as well against Liverpool. You know, so I know what it feels. I remember it as a kid watching it on TV, and it's just such a special day, and you get different results sometimes, and hopefully that's what will happen on Saturday.
I mean, if Arsenal are to do well, what's the key to their potential success?
I think obviously the strike force and taking their chances, because in Sanchez you've got a guy that can score from anywhere. You know, Ozil is Ozil. Sometimes he's there, sometimes he's not. But you know, them two, they're special players, and they can change games. And I think that's going to be the key, is whether they're on form and we take our chances. Because looking at it, Chelsea they're going to have chances because they're quality. They've shown that all season. But I just hope that they have an off day.
You mentioned earlier you'll be at Wembley with your old teammate Tony Adams.
Yeah.
You were discussing earlier some of his comments about Arsene. Do you agree with his criticism, or where do you stand on that?
No, I know Tony criticised Arsene about his coaching, you know, the way he coaches and stuff like that. But it's different people. You know, you watch Tony on the touchline when he was over in Spain, and you look at Arsene. There's a big difference there, you know. And you know, it's just I felt Tony should have just kept a little bit quiet. You know, it's not a good time to be criticising the Arsenal manager, because he's getting enough already.
Yeah, and now the owner's getting criticism as well. And after they failed to finish in the top 4, it was all Stan Kroenke out. And how do you see that panning out?
Well, I understand that there's been a bid. All that concerns me is, you know, does it, whatever happens, I just want there to be more money available for the manager. You know, because for me, I think we're just getting left behind a little bit, you know, by 2 or 3 clubs that are now ahead financially. You know, they're spending the money. Things need to change at Arsenal. You know, you look at the wage structure. You know, how can you attract the top players when you're not paying the top money? It's as simple as that.
So if it's not a change in attitude, it's not a change in ownership, it's a change in the way the club's running.
A little bit, yeah. You know, I think they've got to get real. You know, with what's being paid to players. You know, if you get a top player that's wanting to come to London, you know, and Arsenal is getting offered, say, 100 grand, and another club is getting offered 200 grand, where's he going to go? You know, for me, it's as simple as that. You know, we're not attracting the big players anymore.
And will that be harder now that they're not in the Champions League?
I would think so, but Arsenal's still got a lot of history that's a massive attraction. You know, I think a lot of players will look at it and think, well, that's just going to be for one season anyway. But I think they would look at the money side of it more than the Champions League side of it.
And presumably a new player would like to know who the manager is. There's still uncertainty about that. Arsenal admitted yesterday that the uncertainty affected the season. It must have affected the players, because there was so much negativity in the ground. There was so much hatred towards Arsene. You know, so that doesn't help. That doesn't make you play better. Trust me. You know, when all that stuff's going on, you start getting a little bit nervous yourself, and you don't play your best football. So Arsene couldn't possibly
be the best manager with all that going on as well. But when you look at it, it's either his fault or the board's fault, for not deciding what's going to happen. And we're still here at the end of the season, got one more game in the cup final, and nobody still knows what's going on.
Do you think that's down to him, or that's down to people who are owning?
I would say it's down to the owners and the board, because they're the guys that make the decisions. Obviously Arsene's been a massive influence at the club, but I still don't believe that he's got that much influence where he can say whether he leaves or goes.
Would you like him to stay on?
I would like him to stay because I've got a lot of admiration for the guy. He is a nice guy. When he first came to the club, he was brilliant. So I would like him to stay, just to try and develop something that's going to challenge for the Premier League, because at the moment I think that we're quite a way away.
Just a broad question about the goalkeeping situation as well, because obviously that's very close to you. Petr Cech seems to be sort of ageless at the moment. There's talk of a Spina going, maybe Szczesny coming back.
Yeah.
Being assigned. Do they need to change the goalkeeping situation?
I don't think at the moment, no. But then when you look at it, it's where do you go? Because obviously Cech's not getting any younger, but he's still performing. And if Ospina does leave, then you've got Szczesny, and are they good enough? I don't know. They've had a chance already. Whether that means that Arsenal will buy somebody else, I don't know. But to buy somebody else, they're going to want to come as a number one, and Cech's already there. And he's got his hands on that.
Lovely. Thank you
Cool.
very much. Cheers, Dave. I hope you're a big El Nani fan. So.